Hey guys, XJ9's here, and today's gonna be a Zamorak 100% Enrage guide. A lot of people struggle with this fight. I was looking at things like such as like the RuneScape Reddit a little bit. I don't go on there. I went on there like once in the past like 2 years, like just now. And a lot of people seem to really still be struggling with Zamorak, and there isn't really any guides like really explain like how to do it without like having 5 bill or 3 bill worth of gear. Like every guide is have a fracture stuff armor, have greater ricochet, have all this stuff. And so I really am trying to like you don't need that stuff. All you need is a good plan and a good strategy and playing it safe. What I'm also going to be doing isn't really that intensive in terms of mechanical execution, so it really shouldn't be an issue. I want to talk about my gear first. So first off, it's really important to have a channeler's ring. It's mostly because of how much adrenaline you get during the fight due to its mechanics. It really helps because of the crit chance when you use tsunami. So it's just honestly really vital. I think this is honestly more important than like having from a tier 80 to tier 90 just because of the crit chance it gives, and we spam greater conch so much. It's also a lot cheaper compared to a tier 90 wand, aka the seismic wand. So I highly recommend getting this. I also have the enchantment. You don't need the enchantment. It's kind of extra. It's the same price as the ring pretty much. But if you have the enchantment, I I don't know what it's called honestly because it doesn't say. It just says I have the enchantment effect for this Chandler's ring. It helps, but you don't need it. So again, you can upgrade that. You know, if you want to, it's up to you. Um, I have the Zuck cape. Again, I can't take off the cape. I can't break it apart. So just bring a mage cape. I'll be honest, you probably don't even need this because I don't even think you need Omni Power for the last phase. However, it helps a lot with damage, especially since we don't have a Fracture Staff armor. So I highly recommend doing Norm Mode Zuck once to get the stone and putting on your Kiln Cape. I think if you can do 100% Zamorak, you can definitely do Zuck. So I don't think this should be an issue for anyone. I have full Gandharmic armor. It's very cheap perks. Biting 4, Relentless 3. No, sorry. Biting 3, Dragon Slayer. Ignore the Dragon Slayer. If you can get Demon Slayer, it's nice. It's not important. Just get Biting 3 at least. Crackling 4, Relentless 3. Very cheap to get. Impatient 4, Enhanced Devoted 4. Very easy and cheap to get. You can look it up on the Wikipedia. Just look at perks. Very important as well. Essence of Finality Amulet. Very important. You don't need to have it trimmed or anything, but it's very important to have this because of the damage reduction it gives. The accuracy might actually help. I'm not quite sure about that. However, the Gothic Staff spec, again, is a big adrenaline dump, and so this is going to be a really important ability used throughout the fight for damage, especially since we don't have a Staff Armoral. So this is a very good necklace. I highly recommend getting it. Scripture of Jazz. Again, it's best to use like something like a Grimoire, but we don't have a Staff Armoral, so is it really that much better? So really, just bring whatever book you want. Like if you prefer the Wen book, I think the Jazz book is probably good just because it's cheap. It's very cheap. It's only 60 mil and it's like 50k an hour, and targets can move around and you don't have to worry about losing damage. Uh, a uh, a rebounder. This has aftershock for Equilibrium 2, but again, you can just use cheap perks such as I think it's like precise 6, Equilibrium 4, and I think some people like if you want to get aftershock, if you want again look at the Wikipedia, and it has all like ranges of like invention level and how much money you have. Again, this is kind of like a min max defender, but I balance it out. Why? My Wand of the Sour Elders has Planet Feet Aftershock 1. This is really bad. This is like no damage perk because I already have Aftershock 4. So again, my DPS can easily go up a lot by just having Precise 6. Precise 6 would increase my damage by 9%. So yeah, just get again look at the Wikipedia, look at PVM perks, and just get like again like Precise 6 Equilibrium 4, and then like I don't know that's honestly solid. Like you don't even need Aftershock. Just like Precise 6 Equilibrium 4 is like 5 mil. Another thing is I don't have a Ring of Rigor because I did that quest. I'm not even sure what quest is called. It's just look up Ring of Rigor on the Wikipedia, and it's this quest with like 85 archaeology required, and you'll combine the ring. Like it'll be imbued into you, so that's really nice and important to have, just so you don't have to do a ring switch at all. Another really important thing is again we don't want to use Planet Feet because to be honest, like sour components are really expensive nowadays, but it's really cheap to get the improved sunshine. You need to buy the whatchamacallit, the Codex of Lost Knowledge, and buy 2 sets of like a Saren body top, and one set of Saren body Saren legs, like the mage ones, and just level up to level 9, disassemble it. You need to do it so 2 tops, 1 leg. You'll have 12 sour components. You combine 10 sour components with the Codex of Lost Knowledge and get a really cheap, I think like 150, 180, maybe 200 mil codex where your sunshine lasts 7 more seconds. I would say this is actually very important, having your sunshine last out longer. So please do get this. Again, I am not using a tier 90 wand, so you should have the money for this. Like, okay, I'm just saying you should have the money. What else again? I'm looking at my notes fast. Excalibur can help. It's not needed though. It's just mostly nice for passive healing if you forget to eat, I guess. I also want to note that my death cost with this whole setup is 50k. So dying in pay should not be an issue at all. So yeah, don't feel bad about dying. Don't use protect from items a waste of prayer. Although you probably could, but yeah, it's like 20k. What else was there, honestly? Oh, well, I guess I'm just bringing a bunch of... Like, let's talk about my actual inventory. So, my one rune pouch has Chaos... They're all grasping rune pouches. It's Chaos, Air, Soul, Water. And then my other rune pouch, Astro, Cosmic, Body, Law. Then my other one is Death, Earth, Blood, Fire. Again, these are not too expensive, I think. How much are they? Again, they're probably under 150 mil together. Again, I just don't feel like it's that much of an issue because the GP hour in this game is so high. Like, you can make so much money so easily. Like, even doing, like, normal care pack, for instance, it's like 10, 20 mil an hour easily. So, again, just get these rune pouches. They're really important for, like, high-end PVM. They're a solid investment. Power Burst of Vitality, very important. You can use it during, like, honestly, any part of the fight for certain mechanics, but it's very important for Part 7. Vuln Bombs are very important for damage. Just self-explanatory. Bunch of Blubberfish. Blubberfish are nice, especially for the last phase, because you get to passively heal yourself, because you're taking this bleed due to being in Infernus, and it just helps to be able to heal up without taking your adrenaline. I really like this. You honestly should not be eating that much anyway, so you have plenty of food. 2 Restores for Prayer. You probably don't even need any, honestly, because of the power of the Powder of Penance, but they're just there anyway. Elder Overload Salve. I really like Elder Overload salves. I would highly recommend getting Elder Overloads. They're only 106 Herbler or 108. It's something very low. You can start making them at 101 with Pulse Core boost. Like if you go to World 84 and just wait for a boost. So highly recommend making Elder Loads. They don't have to be salve, but salve are nice for the prayer renewal effect. So yeah, please get your Elder Overloads and maybe even the salves. Adrenaline Renewal Flasks are really good. If you don't have a Adrenaline Renewal Flask, please just use a Super Adrenaline Potion. It should be pretty similar, but Adrenaline Renewals are probably the best because they give 40% Adren. But again, Super Adrenaline should do just fine. You can also boost to the level to make Adrenaline Renewal, so I don't think it's that high of a requirement because Herbler is not that expensive. And then just have 3 brews. You really shouldn't be brewing that much. It's just emergency, like eating. You don't want to brew during like last phase, really. So, yeah. Is that really it? Well, the other thing is Shatter is very, very important for this, so please get Storm Shard / Shatter. It also helps to have like some kind of spellbook like this, where you can do spellbook swap standard into Enfeeble. It can also be worth using spellbook swap Lunar into Disruption Shield. For the sake of the video, I'm going to try not to use spellbook swap into Disruption Shield because not everyone has Disruption Shield, and yeah, some people just don't like Livid Farm, and it can be a little bit sweaty. Like even when I'm doing I got it up to 500 Enrage Zamorak. It can be a little bit hard to even execute it properly. So just really stick to Enfeeble. This can be nice throughout the fight, but I think it can help a lot in the last phase. I'm sorry about talking a lot, but again, like if you're only focused about what to do in the fight, just skip ahead. But I really want to do an in-depth guide right now because a lot of people seem to be struggling with this. Also, in general, focus on doing the correct things in this video. Don't do like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to do something completely different. Because the only way you learn how to do a boss is when you're doing the boss well and actually getting a kill. All it takes to learn is 1 kill. If you can't kill him at all, you're not learning because you can't even do it. So if you can do the 1 kill, it means you can do it. Okay? So please just don't be like, oh, I don't need to do that. Like, part 7 is a very demanding phase. It's probably one of the most demanding things in the game in terms of PVM content. So, yeah. Is that really it? Honestly, I mean, the only other things is I'll talk about the bank. So let's go to the bank fast because I do have other notes, but it's about what to do before we start. So what we're gonna do before we start. So let's go to the bank and let's load my preset where I get started. So the only stick you really need to use are Lantidime sticks, is because it increases your overload timer, and it helps to have, I think, from the Het's Oasis herb like farming. There's an upgrade where if you die, you don't lose stacks. So use this if you have that upgrade, especially. This just makes your overloads last longer to 8 minutes, which is really nice for not having to pay attention to it. So we're gonna overload these right away, and yeah, we're just gonna burn them. So right away, we have our overload effect. Great. For familiar, we're gonna use Binding Contract Hellhound. This thing takes 20% of the damage you take into it, so you're gonna take a lot less damage. You just need to heal it. We're gonna use the Hellhound Soul Food into him, and whenever he gets low, just just click on your little summoning icon, make sure it's on settings, and so your one click is cast Soul Food, and this will heal your Hellhound so it doesn't die. You just want to make sure that Hellhound does not die. Penance power is very important, just so you don't have to worry about prayer at all. It's a very huge quality of life, so again, do proc that on. Desert Pantheon Aura is an extremely good aura. So this aura you can buy with either bonds, or you do 4 hours of Shifting Tombs with max fully clearing it. And I also think you need like tier 8 or tier 9 of Menaphos Reputation to be able to start getting fragments. So I'm gonna show you how to commune with this, but the buff we were really concerned about is the Might of Het. Increases your life points by 25% up to 1500 HP. I'm not sure if you can actually use it right now and just benefit from it, but in case I go Bonfire, I Bonfire and oglog and then use it in case, I don't know, maybe it stacks. I haven't really tested, and it's hard to find information like easily, so. We're also going to be camping Insight Fear. It is good to swap to Exanduate and then only swap to Insight Fear for your Tsunami, but, for the sake of simplicity, and not everyone can do that, just camp Insight Fear is probably the best thing you can do, honestly. Because of how important Tsunami is. Another ability that's really important is Dive. Dive is incredibly important. Where is it? Honestly, let me put it on my stuff. So let me put it on my stuff. So Dive is right here. It's the attack ability. It's from some quests. Again, just look it up what the quests to do. It's from like the newer ones. And what it does is you click on it, or use your hotkey, and you just dive in that direction. This is very important to move easily throughout the fight, especially on the last phase. So do take it. It's not a hard thing to get at all, so do get it. Infernal Puzzle Box in your tool belt helps a lot with Adren stalling. And because you look at my Adren, it's 69%. It's not going down. And also, it helps with not taking as much damage in Infernus. It reduces damage by, I think, like 25 or 30%, or maybe even 75%. So it's very important to have this. You also just need to beat Zamorak once at 0% Enrage. So that isn't that hard. So you should have easily a fully upgraded puzzle box. And again, just have Animate Dead and Smoke Cloud. And honestly, there's one more thing. Archaeology Relics. So what am I using? I'm using Luck of the Dwarves. The reason I'm using Luck of the Dwarves is simply because, well, the highest requirement of archaeology you need is 80. Or it's 80 or 83, because you can boost from 80 to 83 to get Death Ward. Death Ward is probably the best safety net you have. It will make you so tanky. So have Death Ward, Font of Life. Font of Life is like the first thing you get. It's 500 HP. It works very well with Power Burst of Vitality. And Luck of the Dwarves is nice if you care about loot, because when Zamorak dies, you have to have your ring on when he dies, which it can be really hard because that part 7 is so intense that sometimes it's hard to do it. Like, what if putting your ring on actually lost you the kill because you didn't have that extra damage? So we're just putting this on for the sake of I don't have to think about it. So once you get used to it, or you just don't care about loot, don't use Luck of the Dwarves. Maybe use Fury of the Small. That's a bit higher archaeology requirement. I'm not this is, you only need like 80, 83 archaeology for these relics. So, again, if you want to use something different, use something different. But Death Ward's very good, and I would honestly say Fauna Life is very underrated in this fight, simply because of Power Burst of Vitality and for the last phase. So is that really it? I would say so. So we're gonna get started. So let's go Bonfire first. Put on your Fortitude Prayer, and we're gonna warm our hands and teleport to Anachronia. If you don't have the Anachronia spot, let's go to Oglog and go to the thermal bath. Oh, man. What a trek to get here. So we're thermal bathed up. Good stuff. Sorry, those bubbles. Sorry. Commune with the Desert Pantheon. Might have Het. You can use this 4 times a day, by the way. You get 200 charges a day, so you can use this 4 times a day. So this is 4 hours of practice you can do. So, who honestly, not many people play for 4 hours, so this you can essentially use this every day. So let's commune with Het. So what's our HP right now? 15735. So let's commune. Commune. Now it's 16572. So yeah, that's a lot of extra HP, guys. So we're gonna go here, commune, and we're gonna load our preset. And how do we get it ready? Animate Dead, Scripture Jazz on, and is that it? We have our familiar. I think we're good to go. Quick Prayers on, Soul Split, and Torment. Wow. So let's get started. Again, we're gonna be defender camping in the tier 90 wand, guys. Good stuff. So let's put on our prayer. Let's go in. I don't want to continue. Let's go into Enrage mode. We're going to do a 100 Enrage kill. Let's go. I also have Divert, by the way, but is that important? Maybe it is. We're going to go to Zamorak. Again, if you have to do the whole thing, just do the dungeon. It's just a mumbo jumbo dungeon. Let's drink our Overload Potion. Kill this person. Ooh, my keyboard's not set up correctly. So, just kill these mages. Spam that G-Staff on them if you need to. So again, just follow. I'm not really going to explain too much about what like these things do. Just follow what I'm doing, and good things will happen. Okay. So kill this per mage. Ooh, mage. Okay, good. Run over here. Sunshine, Resonance or Disruption Shield. Click on Zamorak. Smoke Cloud and Vuln Bomb him. And just Incite Fear. And just Tsunami him. Conk. Omni Power. Blood Magic. Just spam that Conk. Get ready to put Melee Prayer on. That's his first attack he does. Get ready to put Melee Prayer on. Just get ready for it. Spam that G-Staff. Melee Prayer. Wait a little bit. Back to Soul Split. Debilitate. Reflect it as well. Can help. Keep conking. Anticipate here. And so this is fine. So we're going to anticipate. Go in. Attack this demon. And cast Immortality when you can. Kill this demon. Run out. When you run out, cast that Disruption Shield. Divert. Attack Zamorak. And just attack him. You're fine because you have Immortality. So, 10,000 damage. That's fine. So you can just keep healing. Oh, maybe I should have Power Bursted, honestly. It's fine. So right now, he has a low HP bar, but we're going to try to get his HP a little bit lower. Honestly, I probably should have Power Bursted Vitality there, but I didn't. So my bad. You want to do that. But again, see, I was safe with Immortality, so even if I died, I would have been fine. Oh, I'm taking damage. Let's cast Reflect. Let's go over here. We're just going to keep trying to get him low. And we're going to click in, go enter the realm, go in, anticipate, go on this mage, and just attack him. You can just cast Tsunami whenever, honestly. It doesn't matter too much. I don't think it does. Bear in mind, this is my first time doing this, so yeah. Kill this mage. And the mage is dead. You can leave. Cast Reflect for free. Cast Sunshine. Smoke Cloud and Vuln Bomb him again. And just keep attacking him. Brack is a good ability now, by the way. Wild Magic. Omni Power. Just keep signing Conk in your thresholds. Wild Magic and Fixate. So right here, Devotion. Put on Mage Prayer right as that one's about to hit you, or as the bar fills up, and you'll be just fine. Back to Soul Split. Stay in the Sunshine for maximum damage. Fixate. Spam that Kong. Spam that G-Staff. Just cast Divert if you ever want to. Just get some free adrenaline. No damage hit. Always good. Just keep attacking. Tsunami him. Ooh, my Familiar's dying. So again, you want to heal it up. Let's click that Familiar button a little bit. Ooh, I should have been healing it a little bit. So that's fine. So we're going to go inside. Anticipate. I will say, I also should have been healing a little bit. I'm going to show a little cool mover here. So I'm going to be casting a little ability here called Prism of Restoration. This will heal the Familiar pretty much to full, like, instantly. This is really good if you forget to click on the Familiar. So you might actually prefer this. So you can honestly wait here a little bit if you want, and it's pretty much full HP. So we can go back to Realm, Reflect, stay on this Vuln Bomb, Sunshine, and Smoke Cloud him again. If you're ever taking too much damage, you can always enfeeble him too. So I'm going to enfeeble him right here. Conk, Omni Power, Conk, Wild Magic. Always be ready to turn on Melee Prayer because sometimes he does different things. Oh, so right here, stun him. And whenever he does his attack, honestly, you can just drink your Power Burst of Vitality. And oh look, that took no damage. Again, if you stun him right away and deal enough damage, you really don't need to drink your Power Burst. When he sends you to the Realm there, like before, you want to drink your Power Burst and like Immortality and like Reflect and stuff. That's why it's also kind of bad to stack Reflect and Immortality like that. So that was honestly my bad. So keep G-Staffing. Click your Familiar. We want to kill this Mage because he keeps healing Zamorak. Tsunamium. Reqs. So one thing we want to start doing too is start putting Shatter stacks. You want to get 10 Shatter stacks on this guy. So we're going to keep attacking. Divert a little bit. Stay here. Just try to get his bar to low. We're going to play very safe. As long as you keep it conking and stuff, you're going to be fine. I also forgot, guys, I don't have an aura on. Use either Vampirism or Aegis aura. We're going to use Vampirism because it's the easiest thing to get from Boar's Retreat. So this is going to help us a lot. So he's fine. Shard stack him. Anticipate. Go in. And attack this Mage. We're going to Omni Power the Mage, honestly. Heal that Familiar up a little bit. Go back in. Reflect for free. Smoke Cloud and Vuln Bomb him. Put more shard stacks. You really want 10 shard stacks, by the way, really badly. Wild Magic. It's just the same rotation. He might do his melee attack. I'm not sure. So he's doing this move. This move doesn't matter too much. Just don't go in the red circle. You want to be here, and you don't want to be taking hit spots. When this mess is coming, anticipate it, and you'll be just fine. It doesn't do that much damage. You can cast Reflect if you want. You don't feel good. Maybe even enfeeble him right here too. Just debilitate him too. Just shard stack him. Well, I'm gonna get stunned here. It's fine. Just freedom it. So we're gonna go here. Omni Power. We're gonna start over here, and we're gonna attack this guy. This healer only comes by now because we're in the corner. Kill him so he stops healing Zamorak. G-Staff him. You want to keep putting your stacks of shards. And he gets 5 stacks. Again, we're close to 10. If you have a tier 90 wand, you probably only need like 8 stacks, by the way. We're going to get this guy a lot low. We're going to shard stack him. Shard stack. He has 6 stacks. Anticipate Surge. Attack this guy. With some of my Faller. And hey, let's cast the Prism of Salvation again. Really handy trick. Look, he just goes back to full HP. It's really good. I highly honestly recommend using that. Don't have to do spellbook swap, so let's go back in. Reflect. Attack Zamorak. Vuln Bomb. Sunshine. Charge stack. He has 6 stacks. DPS him a little bit. Let's keep just the same thing. Kong. Tsunami. Overload. I haven't even drank my adrenaline potions. Oh, melee prayer. There's a lot of time for that mechanic. We're gonna debilitate this. His next is he's gonna send me into the realm, I believe, by the way. So if he says, let's see. He might send me to the realm. Charge stack him. Maybe he won't. Cause I think he's phased, so I don't think he's going to. So he's good. He has 8 stacks. Go back to this pad. Again, the pad order is very important, by the way, guys. So go in, anticipate. At this point, you can cast Excalibur for free healing. Keep attacking him. You might be starting nervous now at this point, honestly. I kind of am. Heal your familiar. Let's heal my familiar more. Reflect. And let's Vuln Bomb him. Omni Power. Let's put a shard stack. Take your time here. Don't phase him right away. So I think he's going to send me into the death realm right now. So get ready to anticipate in a second. Anticipate. Try to stun him when I do. Watch this. Stun. So if you do that, you don't have to do immortality or anything, and this does no damage. When you like that little sound, that little fizzle, just look at it a lot, examine it, do it as I do it, and you'll be just fine. You won't have to worry about doing anything fancy. He's dead. Go inside. So we're gonna fully debuff Zamorak here. We're gonna Storm Shard. He has 10 stacks. We're gonna attack him a little bit. Vuln Bomb, Smoke Cloud, Enfeeble, and we're gonna attack this guy now. You want to make sure we go into the next phase with 100% adrenaline. So he's phased. This is very important. So we're going to enter this phase by casting Natural Instinct on the demon. So we're going to target cycle here. Target cycle, Natural Instinct. Run near here a little bit. Attack the demon. Natural Instinct. Oh, it's this sign. So attack the runes he shows. So it's this rune. So we're going to attack this rune. Then it's that one. So you want to attack the runes in order. Pay attention to the order they're in. That one's dead. Attack this rune. Eat up the full if you can. We're going to Devotion here. And kill this Devotion. And it's dead, I think. Oh, let's go G-Staff. And just Tendril him. Melee Prayer. Vitality Potion, Debilitate Reflect, Omni Power, Adrenaline Potion, Soul Split now, and you should be dandy. Shatter. And he's going to do this. This is fine. Melee Prayer. Ooh, eat up. Immortality. Ooh, that was really bad by me because I didn't put the prayer. As long as the Immortality there, you're fine. I kind of got greedy. Don't be greedy like that. This is fine. Pay attention to the symbols. Kill the demon. Eat up with your jellyfish. Kill this symbol. It's that symbol next. You kind of take your time here. Like, if he's low like this, like he's 5k HP, 2k. So there you go. His connection is broken. We're gonna go Sunshine. Eat up the full. Eat those blubbers. I'm not using blubbers, guys. Vuln Bomb him. Enfeeble him. Eat up the full. Kill this. And we're gonna kill this. And just Omni Power, and he should be just dead. Dead. Like that. Again, this was a very long kill. I made mistakes in the beginning. I honestly probably should. I shouldn't have did the build, because if your DPS isn't high enough, you should only do one reflect early for the one bomb, because he does that move right after, and if you don't get the stun, you want to be able to, like, you want to debel him. Then when he sends you to the mine, immortality, build up, and do a reflect. It helps to do resonance, and you should be fine. Again, if you're immortality, even if you die, you don't die. So don't worry. If you cast immortality, you're absolutely fine. But studying that mechanic is extremely important. I got very greedy in that part 7, because I honestly probably shouldn't have shattered, because you don't need a shatter right away. Because as long as you do like the big Omni power, that's an ability that does like an easy 20k, and you want to be able to cast Immortality. It might be better honestly than not Omni power there. That's why I kind of said the Zuck Cape might not even be that important, because Omni power when you don't have the conversation of energy where you save 10% adrenaline is kind of expensive, and I think that threw me off. So maybe don't Omni power and instead use Shatter. This way you'll have an additional 42 adrenaline or 43 adrenaline, and you should easily be able to cast Immortality there. Right there, I got destroyed simply because of greed. Because if I cast Immortality, instead of taking that 4k or 3k I took, it should have been easily a whatchamacallit, like a 3 or 2.8k, or even like a 2k. I also want to note that my damage was very low there, and I kind of messed up because I was explaining. His bar got to like, I think like 12 or 15k. You want to kill those symbols as fast as possible, simply because the higher the bar is, out of 100,000, it was like like the red bar on top of the screen, he does more damage. So the faster you kill the ruins and interrupt them, the better. That's why it's also debatable on whether or not it's actually good to enfeeble him. I think it's only good to enfeeble him before he gets phased. Like right when you're out here and you're over there, enfeeble him, go in, don't bother with enfeeble after. You shouldn't need to worry about Smoke Cloud because it lasts 2 minutes. Enfeeble, I think, will last for that 20k hit, so you'll be just fine. So honestly, I don't think enfeebling him was honestly really worth it on that phase. Because he honestly should already have it from the phase prior before we got the final phase. So I didn't get anything, sadly. So, well, 4.5 mil. But again, if you can do a kill, you can do this for however long you want. Like, so, am I forgetting anything? Not really. Again, I did this with a tier 80. That was tier 80 damage, and I almost one-phased them. And I am honestly happy I didn't one-phase them, because I didn't want to just one-phase them and be like, hey guys, just DPS them. No, I want to show what to do if your DPS isn't there, if you're not fully equipped, if you mess up, because not you know. So that's what you do. He should honestly be at least below 20 or 30k, honestly. So again, easy wild magic Omni power wild magic should instantly kill him. And he does a melee when he gets phased again. So if you didn't, because the travel time of abilities, you want to cast Reflect. It also helps to put bleeds on the symbols, like the last symbol during that second, because he was 2k HP. What does it say he was 20k? You want to put like Corruption Blast and Combust when it's like 5,000 or even 3,000 HP, and he'll die, and you'll be on Zamorak already using your ability ready to go, and then he'll instantly be broken and able to be attacked, and you'll instantly take the damage, so you won't waste any time. So again, there's a lot. This fight's very interesting because there's a lot of different strategies you can do. It's a lot of different strategies. So hopefully this is like, again, I use a tier 81. That's honestly funny as hell. And again, I was playing very safe. I didn't have, I don't know. A tier 91 honestly would speed up the kill by probably like 3 minutes. But again, you can do par 7 easily. I almost faced him. So I hope you enjoyed this guy. Anyone can do this. I'm honestly making this because I just feel bad for people, because I don't like it when they doubt themselves, because anyone can do this. I know anyone can do this. I think Mod Mark can do this boss. I honestly think if Mod Mark was look at this guy, he can do this boss. So if Mod Mark can do it, you can do it. Okay? It's just practice. You're going to die. I've done this boss 75 times. I've had the experience. Okay? But you just need to, like, don't let your nerves get to you. Take it slow. Make sure you have all the checkboxes. Make sure you're overloaded. You know? And again, as you make money from this boss or whatever you're doing, it gets easier and easier. You know, oh, look at me. I have a Torment. Oh, now I have Affliction. Oh, now I have a Seismic Wand. Oh, and again, the Defender tier isn't, I didn't mention this. The Defender tier isn't that important, guys. Okay? You can use a tier 81, which is a Virtus book. Okay? So please don't be like, oh, you have a Calfire Rebounder with the Simon Singularity. It's a 5-tier difference. It really does not matter. So please don't be like, don't think you need a Calfite Rebounder. So yeah, I guess that's it. I really just don't want to end this video without me making sure I have everything, you know? So yeah. I will say again, with that 20k hit, when I say like reflect and debilitate, it's probably better to debilitate Vitality Potion and Disruption Shield, because then you can reflect and you'll take way less damage, and reflect does damage from his burst of attacks. So then after that, Tendrils because you're tsunami'd, Shatter, and then build up and with Conk, and then Immortality, and with a Dren Pot, you can Wad Magic as well. So I hope this helps. Anyone can do this. Please give this a try. Don't doubt yourself. Okay? So, yeah, it's been fun. See you around.